Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. This is CP Cards and Dice. Welcome to Tabletop Baseball TV. I hope you are doing well, and welcome to another presentation of the 2019 Mets. A little bit of crowd noise in the background to get us going. I got a little. There we go. That's where it should be. All right. It's going to be Sandy. No, it's actually going to be Zach Wheeler versus Hector Noesi. We are at Citi Field in New York, and this is game. Let me see, 114. Mets have a record of 59 and 54. They're second in the NL East. Their manager is Mickey Callaway. The Marlins are 46 and 65, fifth place in the NL East. Don Mattingly is at the helm. So the lineup is going to be the shortstop, Miguel Rojas, leading off, batting at 293. And it's going to be John Birdie, the left fielder. He plays all over, infield, outfield. He's batting 296. Then batting third is second baseman Isan Diaz. He's still hitless in the season. Right fielder Brian Anderson, batting cleanup at 267. It's Garrett Cooper, batting fifth at first base, batting 241. Starlin Castro, the third baseman, batting sixth at 295. It's Louis Brinson, the center fielder, batting seventh at 163. Jose Alfaro, the catcher, batting eighth at 278. And Hector Noesi, he doesn't have any batting average as far as I can see. Hasn't been to the plate yet in 2019. I'm playing 2019 just for nostalgia, wishing 2020 baseball season were here and life was normal. And it isn't, so we're getting started here. We're playing inside pitch baseball. The way you play inside pitch baseball is you roll a 2d6 to start. You start off the pitcher's card. It's going to be Zach Wheeler on the mound, who was 11-8 with a 3.96 ERA. He got moved. I think he's with the Phillies now. And he was with the Mets for a few years, about 6-7 years. And he's moved on. Hector Noesi was 0-3 with an 8.46 ERA, so the advantage definitely goes to the Mets in this game. And the way you play inside pitch baseball is you go to pitcher, batter, and then ballpark card. And you start with the red, which is the column, then you start with the white, which is the row. So that would be a 4-5 off the pitcher, and we're seeing that versus a righty, that's a blank. There's nothing there. We're going to re-roll off Miguel Rojas, and a 5-1 is a question mark 9. And a 1 is going to be a line drive base hit to right. So Miguel Rojas takes an outside pitch to the opposite field and lines a single for a leadoff single in the first inning. All right. Oh. John Birdie. That's a 2-3, and a 2-3 is going to be wild. A 12 is not a wild. Again, now we 3-6 off the batter, and that's going to be lined base hit center field. That's the first hit for Birdie for 2019. Let me sure that may be his first major league hit. I'm not too sure. But Rojas is going to hold up at, let me see what Rojas' speed is. Rojas' speed is a 3. And first to third on a single to center is a -1. So, and our center fielder Lagares maybe a -2. So he's going to hold up. It's going to be first and second. First and second, nobody out here for Zach Wheeler in the top of the first. It's going to be 6-2, and that's a potential K, and a 3 will be a K. So he strikes out. Oh, wait a second. No, it was Birdie Isan Diaz. Okay, Isan Diaz is the one that is looking for a hit. It wasn't Birdie. Birdie has plenty of hits. All right, so it's a strikeout on Isan Diaz. 1 away, 2 on. Brian Anderson, that's a 6-5, and that's a K+. That is strike 3. Back-to-back Ks after the first 2 runners reached for Zach Wheeler. That's a 6-4, and that's going to be a potential K, and it is. So after the first 2 batters connect for singles, Wheeler comes back and strikes out the side. All right, Hector Noesi against 5-6, and that's a K, and potential K. 11 won't be a K, so we're rolling off of McNeil's card, the flying squirrel. That's grounded to third. Castro backhands, long throw to first in time to get McNeil. Went up, 1 down. J.D. Davis, 3-6. We look off of Noesi's card, and that's a potential home run. 16 will not be a home run, so we're rolling again off J.D. Davis's card. It's a 3-5, and that's chopped to second. Diaz charges it over to first in time. Noesi versus Pete Alonso, 3-3. So walk plus and a 1 will be base on balls. 2-out walk for Pete Alonso. And now it's Wilson Ramos. That's a 6-2 error, potential error on a grounder. Won't be 4-5. And that's a star line 2, which is a fly to left, and that retires the side. So we're through 1 here. No score. So inside pitch plays pretty quickly. Hey, who's there? Philip Reynolds. Yes, we are playing the Mets versus the Marlins, 2019. Game 113, I believe. 113, 114. Let me check real quick. Yeah, game 114. All right, here goes Zach Wheeler. It's a 4-5 versus a lefties a walk plus. Starlin Castro. 5-2, and it's a star line rip to second. Guillorme, who's playing at second for the Mets, over to first, throws him out. Never did the Mets lineup. I have to do that next inning. I forgot to do that. Zach Wheeler, 2-5. Oh, that's a home run. That won't be a home run because Lewis Brinson hit no home runs. So we roll off Brinson's card at 2-1, and that's chopped to third. Charging is Frazier, bare hands, fires to first. Oh, gets Brinson by half a step, and Brinson doesn't think so. I mean, he's a speedy runner, although hasn't really been credited with that in the game because base running is not really all speed. It's also runs scored and so forth. So the Marlins didn't have the greatest offense in 2019. 3-6. That's a potential K, and a 1 is a strikeout, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Wheeler in the top of the second. And we're going to check. Wheeler can go 27, whereas Hector Noesi can go 22. Here's a pitch from Noesi to the Todd father. 5-3, that's a K. 17 won't be a K. And that's a 1-5er. It's going to be pulled into the corner, and Birdie after it. And there goes Frazier into second base with a stand-up leadoff double. Guillorme's next. And it's a 4-3. That's a potential K. 13 will not be a K. We're rolling off Guillorme 2-1, and that's a star line 3 fly to center. Brinson settles under it, makes the catch, gets it in quickly. It's a 2-3 off Noesi, and that's a range play, ballpark. It's always interesting. It's going to be a 4-2. A 4-2 off the ballpark is going to be a question mark 7. And it's a 13. That ball is a deep drive off of Echevarria. He may connect here. Let's see what happens. And that ball's gone. Echevarria gets a hold of one, drives it deep to right, left center field. Birdie back to the track. Looks up. Out of here. 2-run shot. Adeiny Echevarria, who is, his days are numbered as a Met. But he comes up big here. Mets were 10 games over 500 in 2019, which was exciting to watch. They got on a long winning streak there for a while. That included that torn shirt comeback. That Conforto torn shirt comeback in August. I think it was August 7th, August 8th. All right, Lagares up. Mets are up 2-0 on the 2-run shot by Adeiny Echevarria. That's a 5-5, and that's a walk plus. 13 will be a walk. Ball 4. So after the home run, it's a walk. How often do you see that? Next is Wheeler. He's up. And with 1 out, Wheeler's going to be swinging away 3-3, and that's a walk plus again. And a 12 will be ball 4. So back-to-back walks, including a walk to the pitcher, which is so out comes Don Mattingly. He's going to talk to Noesi. The Marlins don't want to fall too far behind here in the bottom of the second inning. They don't want to dig themselves out of a deep hole so early in the game. But if there's any time to do something like that early in the game, is probably the best time. All right, it's going to be Jeff McNeil. Here's the pitch from Noesi. A 2-1 is wild, and 11 is a wild pitch. So both runners move up on a wild pitch. Next is going to be Jeff McNeil, 1-6. And that's a fly to right. That may be a sacrifice fly. No, it will not be. Lagares is, let's see, Lagares' speed. Lagares' speed versus the right fielder's arm. So he's a 4. The right fielder is Anderson, Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson's a +1, so that's a 5. So that's a 5. So we got to beat Dyro for a sacrifice fly. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's do one of these yellow ones. A little mini yellow one. And no. So we don't. So let's see if he gets thrown out. I think this is actually on the throw chart. I think he's thrown out at home. Yep. He is thrown out at home. Now let's see what happens to the runner at second base. Oh, we got to check. Let's see. Let's roll the other die. That's a 6, 6-6. So lead runner advances. Ball cut off. Trailing runner is caught in a rundown. So Wheeler trying to tag up was caught in a rundown. Got to roll one more time. That's a 5. And if the base runner, okay, if the roll is greater than the base runner, no advance. For all others, roll base runner would be out. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be out. It's going to be a 9-5-4, I guess you want to call it. So it's a sacrifice fly. So let's see how I do this in detail. So this is tricky. It's a sec. I don't even know if I can do this here. I'm going to have to do this separately. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I'm using Replay Baseball Online to do this. So let's see. So it's going to be rare. I don't know if even rare will give me a chance to do that one. Fly out. Okay, wait a second. Standard. Let's see. It's going to be a sacrifice fly. You know what? I need to do a fly ball. Fly ball. Runner safe at home. Other runner is out, and he's going to be out. 9 assist to 5. Oh, no, to 5, and then to 4. For this, oh, wait a second. Yeah, so we're going to count the runner as having scored, and the game does give me credit for that run having scored. So this game is genius. The replay PC game is genius because it figured all that out. I don't know how it did that because it was the third out of the inning, but it allowed the runner to score and it credited the run to the Mets. All right, so there's a lot of die rolls there to get one play, but it was worth it. It was fun. There was a rundown play, and then of course there was the sacrifice fly as well. So innings over, but the Mets pick up 3 runs, and it's the top of the third. And Noesi's up, and that's a 1-2. That's a potential strikeout, and it is a strikeout. So 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third for Zach Wheeler. We're going to turn on the fan. It's getting a little bit clammy, if you will. All right, a little bit clammy. Miggy Rojas. 5-4 range play. Let's do that. It's going to be a 4-3 and a 1. 4-3 is a ground ball. Great play by Chavarria in the hole. Long throw to first. Low and scoop by Alonso and in time to get Rojas. So it's 6-3. Great play on both ends of the ball. Birdie's up next. So don't need that. Need that. 4-5. 4-5 is a blank. And it's a 3-1 on birdie, and that's going to be a fly to right. Hooking away from McNeil towards the line. And nice running catch in the corner by the flying squirrel McNeil in right field for the third out. Go to the bottom half of the third. It's 3-0 Mets. Here is J.D. Davis. And it's a 2-6. That's a tired single. I don't think we're tired just yet. He needs 22 batters, and he's faced 10. All right, so it's going to be a 2-6, and we're going to J.D. Davis, a 1-6, and it's a fly to left. Birdie settles under it, waits, squeezes it for the out. 1 away. Pete Alonso next. That's a 6-2, and that's a potential error on a grounder. Let's see what happens. It won't be an error, not at 17. 2-1, that would be highly unlikely. A 6. It's a fly to left. 2 out. And then it's a 4-4. And it's a potential K. And a 7. Oh, will not be a K. Not against Ron, but that could be a 5, too. 7. Okay, it's not a K. That's a 5-5, and that's line base hit to left. Played on a hop by Birdie, gets it into Miggy Rojas at shortstop. And again, it did not go over the Mets lineup. We're already in the third inning. I'm terrible, but it's McNeil leading off in right. Then in this hole, in the 2-hole, it's the left fielder J.D. Davis. Batting third is Pete Alonso. Cleanup is Wilson Ramos, the catcher. Batting fifth is Todd Frazier, the third baseman. Batting sixth is Luis Guillorme, playing second base. Shortstop is Adeiny Chavarria now. The reason Guillorme is at second base is Cano has been injured again. I think it's the third time this season. Batting seventh is a shortstop, Adeiny Chavarria. Resting Rosario. Batting eighth is center fielder Lagares. And batting ninth is Zach Wheeler. All right, Todd Frazier. The Todd father's up. Pitch from Noesi. That's a 2-6, and that's a tired single again. There's nothing there, and it's a 3-2, and that's line and caught by the shortstop. This could turn into a double play. We roll a 1 with a runner at first, and it is shortstop, and he whips it to first, and in time to get Ramos. Ramos was surprised at first and kind of tripped up a little bit trying to get back. Was not able to do. Oh, wait a second. There's 2 outs. Okay. There's no need for that play at first base. That's funny. All right. Let's go to Isan Diaz looking for his first hit of the season. It's a 5-1. That's at the ballpark. And it's a 5-1. It's a blank, so it's a rare play. Rare play men on base. Rare play no men on base. Let's do this. Read the green first. 5-5. Center fielder crashes into wall, deep drive. Resolve as a double, a D8 range play. And that's a catch in center field. And then Lagares we're gonna check him for an injury, and he's gonna be okay. We don't want to do all that right now. So he makes a great catch in center field, bounces off the wall, falls on his tush, lingers there for a while, turns over, rolls around a little bit. Both Davis and McNeil over to see him. Echevarria runs out there, good teammate, captain of the infield. Out comes the trainer. Out comes Mickey Callaway. Lagares is on his feet, says he's okay, and he's going to stay in there. All right. So Juan Lagares looking like the 2014 Gold Glove winner. That's been a long time since that, and he's no longer with the Mets this year for the 2020 season. It's going to be Brian Anderson. I keep on thinking of Brady Anderson, old school. Zach Wheeler, Snake Eyes, K, 3, strike 3. 2 outs. Zach Wheeler looking strong. Garrett Cooper, 5-4. That's a potential hit by pitch, -6. It's a 3. We need a 3. We don't get it, so there's no hit by pitch. That's a 5-5, and that's chopped to short. Echevarria waits back, now charges, fires the first in time, and that retires the side. Was really reading a book called Dynastic, Bombastic, and Dynastic, Bombastic, and Fantastic. It's all about the Oakland A's. So it's true about the orange baseball and the 3-ball walk. So these were definitely truths. Charlie Finley was very excited about those ideas. He's a little bit of a wacko. All right, let's see. Noesi's still in there. See how many more batters he can pitch to. 3-0 Mets here in the bottom of the 4th. Noesi can go to. He's done 14. He can do 22, so he can be there a while. 4-4, and that's going to be a potential K, and a 5 will be a strikeout. So down swinging and retired is Luis Guillorme. Next is Echevarria, 6-1, and a plus. It's a walk plus. So that's going to be an 18. We roll a 9, ball 4. So Dane Echevarria walks down to first, and it's Noesi to Lagares, which is a potential strikeout, and it is a K. 2 outs, and now Zach Wheeler, the pitcher. Going to read off Noesi. It's a 1-5. 1-5 is a potential home run. And a 5 versus a righty will be a potential home run. And Zach Wheeler can potentially hit a home run with a 4 or less. And that is an 18, so it won't be a home run, so we're going to roll off. Wheeler, 3-1 is a ground ball past the diving Castro. So you pull one just beyond the reach of Starlin Castro at third base. And that's a base hit. Stopping at second will be Echevarria. Unless Echevarria is like super fast. Let's see. I think he needs to be a 5. Oh, with 2 outs, he may be a 5. Wait a second. I think he may go to third on this. First to third, S5. Oh no, he needs a 6 and he's a 5. So yeah, he won't make it to third. So first and second, now it's going to be the flying squirrel McNeil. That's a 5-6. That's a potential K. And a 17 will not be a K. We roll off McNeil, and it's a 6-4, and that's going to be line base hit to right. That's going to score Echevarria. Almost. For sure. Echevarria was a 4. He becomes a 5. And then a 6. So he scores. And then Wheeler. Zach Wheeler's speed is a 1, so he's going to hold up at second base. All right, so it's a single one-run score. It's RBI single for McNeil. Mets lead at 4-0. 2 outs. Next is J.D. Davis. Let's see if Noesi can get out of this inning. I don't know. 3-4. That's a potential strikeout, and we roll a 13 off of Davis. Won't be a strikeout, so we're rolling off Davis. That's a 2-3, and that's a ground ball past Izan Diaz into right field. Played in the gap by Brinson. And a 4. Wheeler's going to be a 2. That's 4. He scores. So Wheeler scores on that ground ball, and McNeil's going to go to third easily. So it's 5-0, and that's going to be it for Noesi. That's going to be it. Mattingly's coming out, made the call to the bullpen. It's going to be, let's see who it's going to be. Tyrone Guerrero is coming in to face Alonso. Tyrone Guerrero, and let's see if we got to do a double switch. Oh, my God. I'm not going to do a double switch right now. How many outs? 2 outs? Yeah, I'm going to have to do a double switch. That means I got to pull up the box score to see who was playing in this game. I do have the official rosters, but I want to kind of line it up to who actually played. If you're playing this at home, you look up Baseball Reference, and you can kind of follow the exact players that played on that day. Let's see, Hector Noesi. So we're gonna get who pitched actually. It's Quijada pitched and Stanek pitched in this game, and Conley pitched. I don't even know if I have all those guys. Conley, Quijada. Let's see if we can get that. Even though we already chose somebody, let's see if we get. I may have to pull those guys from other teams. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do that right now. Adam Conley. He's there. Got him available. So he can pitch in a little while. Who else? Conley pitches Stanek and Quijada. Oh, Quijada's there, another lefty. And then, of course, it's Ryan Stanek. But I think Ryan Stanek went to another team. I'm going to have to I don't have his card available because I have to go to I think he was sent to Tampa Bay, I believe. Or was it? Not sure. And the great thing about Baseball Reference, you can click right on the name and it'll tell you what team you went to. So then that's the team I know that I have to go to. Let's do that. Let's find out where Stanek went. All right. Stanek went to Tampa Bay. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, Stanek went to Tampa Bay. So he was with Miami, and then he went to Tampa Bay. So we would have to go to the Rays to pull him, and I'm not going to do that right now. We got plenty of players here to pitch. And let's see if let me check and see if Stanek was with this team at this point, obviously. Quijada is there. I got him. Who did I want to bring in? Who did I say I was going to bring in? Tyrone Guerrero. And Guerrero's there, so he's going to come in. He's going to pitch against Pete Alonso. So let's do that. Let's deviate a little bit just because we don't have Stanek. I will get Stanek, but we'll see. All right, here's a pitch to Pete Alonso. Runners on first and third. Mets are up 5-0. It's a 6-2, and that's an error, a potential error on a throw. We're going to need one of these. And a 9, maybe 3-5. It's a fly to right. There is no throw. That's a fly out that ends the inning. So in comes Guerrero and retires Pete Alonso. So it's going to be Zach Wheeler versus Castro leading off. 1-4. It's an error on a grounder. See what happens. We're going to use that 5, 1-2, and it's a fly to right. Right there is McNeil, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Lewis Brinson. That's a 5-4. And a 5-4 is a potential hit by pitch -6, 18. And we're looking at a 12, and we get it. Hit by pitch. So Brinson gets plunked. And he trots down to first base. He's not He's in pain, but not rubbing it. Next is Alfaro. It's a 6-1, and that's a potential error. Use that 18, so it won't be an error. 5-6, and say ground ball. It's a line to right field. I'm not going to be able to use that 18 for the error. We're going to use that 18 for the out. But now we're going to have to roll for an error and an 8 to right field. McNeil's out there. I don't know that it's going to be an error to McNeil because in right field he's a 6. So no, it's higher than the error rating. All right, so it's a nice catch by McNeil in the gap. Chases it down. Got a good jump on that ball. And I'm on the wrong spot. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. It's Martin Prado's coming in to pinch hit. Let's see who else they used. They used Prado. They used Harold Ramirez. All right, Prado's coming in to pinch hit for Tyrone Guerrero, and then we're going to bring some lefties. All right, Zach Wheeler to Guerrero with 2 outs, and that's a 1-2, and that's a potential strikeout. We roll one of those. A 14 won't be a strikeout, so we're rolling off of Prado's card, a 2-2, and that's ground ball past the diving Echeverria into left field. 2-out pinch hit single for. Oh, I didn't write him in though. Let's. I forgot to write in the Prado. There it is. Base hit. Base hit single. It's all done. Rojas is next. And we're going to get the new pitcher in there. So we remember to add him because a lot of times I just won't add him. So what I do is I have this little trick. Quijada will come in and we'll put him face down. All right, it's going to be Rojas against Zach Wheeler. We're in the top of the 5th. That's a 6-3. And versus a lefty, which he is not, would be a walk plus. This is going to be a blank, so we're rolling off of Rojas. 4-2. And it's a fly ball center field. On the run is Lagares in the gap. Makes a nice running catch. Juan Lagares, second nice catch of the game. And here goes. He's going to be Quijada's coming in. Quijada in Spanish means jaw. So he's the jaw man. He's Jaws. All right. Wilson Ramos versus Quijada. That's a 1-6, and that's a K plus. Strike 3. Ramos down swinging. Next is Todd Frazier. And it's a 4-5. Again, it's a plus. Strikeout plus. That's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Quijada. Now it's Luis Guillorme, the lefty, 6-1. And that's back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. So Quijada strikes out the side. Great job by Jose Quijada, 2-3 with a 5.76 ERA. Comes in and dominates. Let's see Zach Wheeler where he's at in terms of batters faced. Zach Wheeler's at 19. He can go, I believe I said 27. We're in the top of the 6th. It's 5-0 Mets at Miami's in Citi Field, at Citi Field in New York, Queens, New York, 5-2. Off of Zach Wheeler versus a righty. That's a potential walk, but a 19 won't be a walk. So we roll off Birdie 3-2, and that's line base hit to left. Davis plays it on hop. Gets it into Echeverria. And it feels halfway. Here's Diaz. Snake eyes. That's a potential K. An 18 won't be a K. So it's a 2-5, and that's going to be a ground ball and past Guillorme into right center field. Birdie, I believe, will make it to third on this. He's fast enough for that. He is a 5. He sure is. He's flying to third base. So first and third, nobody out. Next is Brian Anderson. That's a 5-1, and that's a ballpark. See what happens? A 4-5, and that's going to be line base hit to right. That's going to score a run. And Diaz. Do we want to be thrown out there? Do we want to be thrown out at third base? Down by 5? Nah, we're going to play it safe. RBI single. Garrett Cooper. So 1-6, that's a potential strikeout. And it is. Blows a fastball by Cooper for out number 1. Starlin Castro. That's a 4-4. It's a blank. So we're looking at Castro. It's a 1-6, and that's going to be question mark 9. And versus a righty, it's going to be a single, base hit single to right. Diaz, again, it's going to hold on, load the bases. Base hit single to right. Diaz is a 5. There's 1 out. And that may score, that may be a 6, so that would be an automatic score. Yeah, so that's an automatic score. So let's erase that. Let's go right back. And Brian Anderson at first. I don't write anything down. I just look off the cards. Brian Anderson is a 3. So he's not going to go to third. So he's going to hold up, but we're going to have an RBI single. And that's going to be 5-2 now. And it's RBI for Starlin Castro. Runners on first and second, only 1 out. So there's action in the Met bullpen. That's a 3-2 now, and that's a K plus, and a 16 will be a strikeout. So Brinson goes down swinging, and now it's Alfaro. Alfaro's got decent power. You connect here and tie the game, 5-4. It's a hit by pitch, -6. It's a 10. We roll a 12, so there will be no hit by pitch. Again, off Alfaro, 1-3, and that's a ground ball pass. The diving Guillorme into right field. That's going to score Anderson. 3. Yeah, that's going to score Anderson. And then Castro, let's see what the Castro speed is. Castro should make it. Yeah, he's going to make it to third base. So 5-3 in the top of the 6th, and then we're going to pull Wheeler here. He can't manage to get the third out. Let's see if Wheeler's up in the next inning, though. Let's see that real quickly, because I may have to pull a double switch here. Wheeler will be up in the next inning. Wow, can he go one more? It's a pitcher, so we're going to get a pinch hitter now. And the pinch hitter is going to be somebody else who pinch hit in this game. And who else pinch hit in this game? It was Harold Ramirez. He's got okay power. We're going to let Wheeler face Ramirez. We're going to give him a vote of confidence here. So Harold Ramirez. So the score now is 5-3. Runners on first and third. Wheeler trying to get to his last out. He's due up next inning, so we don't want to pull a whole double switch here, which would put our team at a disadvantage. 1-5er, and that's going to be a strikeout, potential strikeout, and an A is a strikeout, so he blows one by the pinch hitter Ramirez, and that, my friends, retires the side. All right, we go to Echevarria leading off, and it's going to be a new pitcher. It's going to be Adam Conley. Echevarria's a righty, but that's okay because he's going to face McNeil. Pinch hitter and then McNeil. So we're going to bring in Adam Conley. And then we'll look in tomorrow. We'll look in the previous night's game to see. All right, here's the pitch to Echevarria from Conley. And that's going to be a 3-6, and that's an error on a grounder. Let's see what happens. We roll an 8-5-5, and it's a double to right. No, excuse me, center field, played by Brinson. And into second base, ahead of the throw, is Adeiny Echevarria. Leadoff double for Adeiny. 5-5 is a double. And that potentially could be an error as well. I believe there wasn't. Let's see, center fielder. Let's see if Brinson is out there. Let's see if he. No, he's a 5. So there will not be an error. So leadoff double by Echevarria, and now it's going to be Juan Lagares. That's a 6-3, and that's a blank. So we're rolling off of Lagares' card, a 2-6, and that's going to be versus a lefty. That's going to be a ball that's pulled down the line into left field corner. Birdie after it, scoring easily as Echevarria, and into second base is Juan Lagares. Back-to-back doubles. And now it's the pitcher, Wheeler. We got a pinch hitter for Wheeler. And it's going to be, who's it going to be? Who pinch hit for the Mets in this game? Altair's being used by the Mets at this point, at this stage in the game. He doesn't last very long with the Mets, but he's here today. So Altair is going to come in there. He's going to pinch hit. There it goes. It's a 5-3. 5-3 is a K plus, and we roll a 10. That is strike 3, so that's the first out. So they blow one by. I'll tear the pinch hitter, and now it's McNeil. And that's why Adam Conley's in here to face McNeil. Let's see what happens. It's a 4-4, and that's a blank. And off McNeil, it's a 5-4, and versus the lefty, it's a ground ball and through the right side, past Cooper and Brady Anderson, and Lagares is going to score. So it's an RBI single, second RBI single for McNeil in this game. And now that's going to be it for Conley. He's done enough damage already. And let's see who yesterday's pitchers were for the Marlins. We'll use one of those. Oh, no. Actually, they play the Marlins tomorrow as well. It's going to be hot again. Oh, Kinley. I'm going to bring in Kinley. I don't think we used him. Let's see. Kinley's coming in. And, all right. He's a righty this time. Going to face J.D. Davis with runner on first and only one out. Here's the pitch. The score is 7-3 Mets, 4-3. That's a potential K, and an 8 is a K, so it's a strikeout for Kinley. And now a 2 out is Pete Alonso, 2-1, and that's a strikeout. And the 3 will be a K, so back-to-back Ks by Kinley, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 7th. Kinley can go 4 batters, so he's got 2 more. New pitcher for the Mets. Who's it going to be? Who are the Mets using? Wilson, Familia, and Avilan. We got righties. We got a lot of righties coming in. So Familia's going to come in. Jerry Familia, who's having a nightmare of a season. But he's in there. So Jerry Familia comes in. Against leadoff batter Rojas. Now, the only thing that I would add to this game, and maybe it's me, I don't know where to find it on my Replay Baseball screen, Replay PC game, is the what the player has done that day. Like, has he what has he done that day? Is he 2 for 3? Is he 1 for 3? Is he 1 for 4? That's what I would look for on this. I would add that somewhere, and that may be a feature that I'm just not aware of. So Miguel Rojas versus Jerry Familia, and that's a 4-6, and that's going to be a walk plus. 13 will be a walk, ball 4. So Familia comes in and walks the leadoff batter. It's a 7-3 Mets lead here, but that means very little with the Mets bullpen. See, 2-1 is a question mark home run. It won't be a home run. We're rolling off birdie, 5-3, and that's line base hit to right. Rojas tops the second. And it's a 6-3 now. That's a home. Oh, no, that's not a home run. It's again, versus lefty, it's a blank. And a 4-3 is a comebacker to Jerry Familia. Now, this could be a double play. We're going to roll and see. And a 4, I doubt, is going to be a double play because he's on Diaz as a 1. Jerry Familia is a 2. 3 for the infield isn't halfway. I don't think Yorme or Chavarria give me any pluses. No. Or minuses. All right, so it's above, and Birdie is at first. Let's see if he can beat this throw, and he does. So he's going to make the plays at first. So it's going to be Familia with a play to first. No fielder's choice here. And now there's 1 out, and both runners move up. So it's Brian Anderson. That's a 5-1, and that's going to be a blank, so we're rolling off Anderson, snake eyes. It's a chopper to short, and this is going to score a run. Let's see if Birdie can make it to the next base, and Birdie cannot make it to the next base. He's going to stay at second, but a run scores. It's going to be 6-3. Now I can't, for some reason, batter is out. The only time I can't hold, I don't know why it won't let me hold the runner. It will not let me. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It will not let me hold the runner on this play, and I've had this happen to me before. Let's see. No, it does not let me hold the runner. I don't know why. So it knows there's one out. There's second and third. So it's going to be a ground ball. Let's see what I did wrong. I probably did something wrong. I have a feeling I did something wrong. First of all, it's not even responding to me. All right. So it's second and third. And I can't get out of detail. Let me cancel. Let me cancel that out. All right. All right. So let me. Hold on a second. I got a whole bunch of issues going on here. Let me think back at. Birdie's on at first. Rojas on it at second. Then it was Diaz, and I can't remember what Diaz did. What did Diaz just do? Walk, a single. So then it's going to be second and third. This is annoying. Can't remember what Diaz just did. I wish I could stop it and go back and watch it to figure out what Diaz just did. Because you can't do that because you would have to end the stream and then you would have to start over again with a new stream, and you could save the stream but you would lose it. I can't remember, so I'm gonna have to just kind of roll here because I was trying to mess with the program. I'm trying to figure out how to. So I know it's second and third. Wait a second. There's a ground ball. Oh, there was a comebacker to Familia. There you go. All right, my brain. Thank you, brain. All right, I remembered. That's a miracle. All right, so both runners advance. It's second and third, and now Anderson grounds out to short. This is where the situation is. So it's going to be a 6-3, but one runner holds. They both. So then I got to go to an out. Let's do a ground out. There it is. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so on a ground out, 6-3. One runner scores, safe at home. The other runner holds. And that's it. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, so it's here. So it's not the program. It's me. It's not you. It's me. All right. And here's Cooper. And it's a 3-5. It's a walk plus a 14 is going to be a walk. So this is going to put runners on first and second, 7-4. So the tying run is at the plate. And that's it for now. Now Familia's fatigued now. He's pitched enough, 3-2. And let's see. Oh, that's a K plus. Maybe a big pitch, and it is. So slider blows away Castro, and that retires the side. So Familia comes back from his struggles, allows a couple of runs, and we go to the 1 run. And we go to the bottom of the 7th at 7-4. So this is still a good ball game here. Still a ball game, and Kinley's still in there. Now Kinley, I think, can go one more batter. Let's see what Kinley has done. Kinley has gone 2 batters. All right, so he can still go. He can go 2 more batters. It's going to be a 2-3 off Kinley, and that's a ballpark. And a 1-6 is a blank. We go to rare play again. We're going to roll a green and a yellow for the Oakland A's. For the book I'm reading, that's 4-4. Base is empty, 4-4. Ball and dirt gets past catcher's pads. Repitch. Check for injury to catcher. All right, so we're not checking for injury. We check for an injury, and he's going to take a second to walk around, and he's going to be okay. He's going to stay in the game. So we're going to roll again. It's a 6-6, and that's a Starline grounded at third. Castro fires to first. Ball 5-3. And that's Todd Frazier. See what Todd Frazier does versus Kinley. 1 out. That's a 1-4, and that's a walk plus. And that is ball 4. So the Todd father walks. And now the fatigue factor for Kinley, 4-6. That's a potential K. And we roll a 9. That may be a K, and it is Guillorme downswing. Next is a Chavarria. That's a 4-2, and that's a potential home run. We roll a 1. So Chavarria already hit a home run this game, and he's going to not hit another one. So we're going to roll off Chavarria's card. And it's a 6-4, and it's going to be line base hit left field. Stopping at second is Frazier. And now it's Juan Lagares. 2-2 is a walk plus. That's a 14. It will be a walk. Bases are loaded. And now it's the pitcher familiar. We're going to get a pinch hitter. Who did the Mets? Mets didn't use many pinch hitters. Let's see in this game. Let's see. Working on my end. Let me see. So Mets, I believe, can use Conforto in this game to pinch hit. Michael Conforto's going to come in to pinch hit. All right. I'm going to bring in a new pitcher. And the new pitcher is going to be Wilson. Wilson's a lefty. Who's coming up for? I keep on thinking of calling them the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be. Let's go back one. Blue. Let's go one more. We'll go back one more. We're using Replay Baseball PC game to keep our stats. Previous game to look at the pinch hitters Mets are using. And Mets are using Nito's in there. Davis is in there. Alonso, Conforto, Rosario. We're giving Rosario a break. We're looking for pitchers now. I'm sorry. Looking for pitchers. Gazelman. I'm going to bring in Gazelman. All right. So let's put. There he is. We're in the bottom of the 7th. It's 7-4. Mets have runner bases loaded with 2 outs, and it's Michael Conforto. He's going to be facing Tyler Kinley, who's still in there. And maybe we should bring in somebody else for the Marlins, because this Kinley is really struggling. Jarlin Garcia. Let's see. Jarlin Garcia. He's another lefty. That's perfect to face Conforto, so let's do that. There you go. Garcia, another pitcher. So we're using a lot of pitchers, and he's going to get pulled. We're not going to pull a double switch. Not in the mood for that. And Garcia, he comes in, and he's facing Conforto. Let's go. See what happens. Bases loaded. It's from Garcia. 4-1. That's a potential K, and a 6 will be a strikeout. So Conforto down swinging, and that retires the side. We go top of the 8th. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Mets. It's going to be Gazelman. Bobby Gazelman comes in. And then for the 9th inning, we're going to get Diaz. So this is all set up pretty much. Lewis Brinson's leading us off, 3-4. That's a potential K, and a 10 is a K. So strikeout. Swing and a miss for Alfaro, for Brinson. Now it's Alfaro. It's a 2-3, and that's going to be a K, and back-to-back strikeouts. Alfaro downswinging. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter, and who are they using for pinch hitters? We used Prado already. Oh, you know who we have? We have Granderson. Granderson's going to come in and pitch it. He can pitch it. Curtis Granderson, ex-Met, ex-Yankee, ex-Tiger. Going to come in and pinch hit for the pitcher. And we got one guy left on the bench. It's Holiday, the catcher. All right, here goes. Here goes pitch from Gazelman, 2-1. That's a blank. And it's a 4-6, and that's going to be line and caught by the second baseman, Guillorme. Nice play. Timed his lead perfectly. And that retires the side. We have a new pitcher again. Who can we bring in here? For the Marlins, we brought in Garcia. Brigham has been pitching a lot. Let's go back one more game. Let's see. I like to use the guys that were used in the series, even if I use them multiple times. Wei-Lin Chen. It's another lefty. I just had him out. I don't know what happened to him. He vanished. There he is, Wei-Lin Chen. He's a lefty. So the Marlins have 4 lefties, and there's other teams that have none. So Wei-Lin Chen is in there against McNeil, flying squirrel, in the bottom of the 8th. 7-3 Mets, 7-4 Mets, excuse me. That's a 1-5, and that's a versus a righty. It's a potential K versus a lefty. We're rolling off a 3-2, and that's a chopper to second. He's on Diaz. Throws out the flying squirrel, 1 up, 1 down. Next is Davis. It's a 1-2. It's a range play, so we're going to roll that green die. That's always fun. That's going to be a hit, 1-2, and it is going to be a hit. And it's a 4 star line 4, which is a 6, so it's past the shortstop into left field, single for J.D. Davis. Pete Alonso. What's Pete Alonso doing? He's batting .232 with 30 home runs in our replay. That's a 6-1. And a 6-1 is a potential K. And we roll a 14, and versus a lefty, it will be a K. So it's a strikeout for Pete Alonso. And that's 2 outs. And now Wilson Ramos, 4-4. That's going to be a tired single, but he's not tired yet. We're going to roll off of Ramos, and that's going to be a grounded at third. Castro charges it. Throws at first with plenty of time, because the Buffalo does not run very well. Wilson Ramos, and now retires the side. So now we're going to get the closer for the Mets in a 7-4 ball game. This is a save situation. It's going to be Diaz. Diaz, who had a terrible 2019 season. And Edwin Diaz is going to come in for the 9th. He's looking for, let's see. The game will tell us he's looking for his 26th save of the season. He has a 4.68 ERA. So it's Miggy Rojas leading it off, top of the order. Now look at the box score to tell you what Miggy Rojas has done today. Miggy Rojas is 1 for 3, followed by Birdie, who's 3 for 4. Then it's Diaz, who's 1 for 4. And then Anderson, who's 1 for 4. All right, so here's the pitch from Edwin Diaz. That's a 2-1, and that's going to be a ballpark. Ballpark, a 4-6, and that's popped up behind the plate. Ramos throws his mask away near the stands and makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Birdie. It's a 4-1, and versus a lefty, that'd be a walk. Otherwise, it's a blank, so we roll off Birdie, 1-4, and that's line to center field. Lagares catches it chest high. 2 outs for 1 out away from victory here. 7-4 Mets. 2-4. And 2-4 is a tired single, but he's not tired yet. And that's a 2-2. And that may be, and it is. It drops in front of McNeil and Wright. It's a single, a 2-out single. Keeps the Miami Marlins hopes alive. And next is Brian Anderson. That's a 2-5. And the 2-5 is a strikeout plus, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side, and that's the ball game. The Mets win it. Zach Wheeler improves evens his record at 8-8. Noesi's 0-1. Diaz picks up his 26th save. Adeiny Echeverria is the MVP. And I'll take a look at that. Adeiny Echeverria went 3 for 3. Echeverria hit his 6th home run of the season and then doubled, his 10th double of the season. He's right about to be moved from the Mets. Who else did well for the Mets? It was McNeil with 2 hits, Davis with 2 hits, and the line scorer was Miami, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Mets, 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. And this is the ball game, my friends. This is game, what was that? Mets are 60 and 54. That's game 114. So we go to game 115 next. And it's going to be, I believe, the last game of this series. And I'll tell you who's playing, who's pitching in that game. It's the last game of a 4-game set between the Marlins and the Mets here at the beginning of August. August 7th. Let's see. It's going to be Yamamoto versus Matz in the last game played on Wednesday. Let me double check that this is the last game between these two teams in this series, and it is. Then the Mets host Washington. So it's going to be Yamamoto versus Steven Matz, and we'll pull those guys out real quickly here. And really, this is one of my favorite games right now. I don't know if I like any game more than this game right now. What I do is sometimes I get worn out by the seasons, and so then I just switch to a new season. But I really, really, really like this game. So Yamamoto, I thought Yamamoto had a pitcher batting card. He does. Okay, so he does have a pitcher. The main guys do have pitcher batting cards. And then you get every single player an inside pitch. I picked these up for, I think, $18. The PDF is $18. And I'm using 90-pound paper stock right now. It's something that Amazon sent me by accident. I thought I was buying 110, but I bought 90. So 90 is fine. It works nice for me. I got no problem. I didn't want to send it back and all that. It's just not worth the hassle. So it's going to be Yamamoto versus Steven Matz. We're going to find Steven Matz in the Mets pile. I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. This is Tabletop Baseball TV. All right, new and improved. Steven Matz, that's his batting card, and he should have a pitching card, right? Since that's primarily what he did. So sometimes I go a little bit fast and I miss stuff. There we go. All right, so I have my pitcher set up, and then all I got to do is set up my batters, and then I'll be able to play another game. And this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks so much for visiting us and watching some of it, and maybe listening to it when you get a chance. And we used Inside Pitch Baseball. You can see it plays pretty quickly. This game went about an hour, but of course it has a lot of talk and a lot of pitching changes and on and on and on. If you want to go back and you can check out the no-hitter that DeGrom pitched a couple of nights ago, game 112. That was a 40-minute game. That went by very, very fast. So, and that's all I got to say for now. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thank you very much. And this is Tabletop Baseball Plus, new and improved. Take care, guys.